Well, boys, I was wrong. And when I'm wrong, I am more than happy to admit it. When Diablo Immortal came out, I was so very sure that in order to become an immortal in Diablo Immortal, you'd have to be a big ol' whale. In fact, I made a video that was quite popular talking about why somebody would spend $110,000 plus to become an immortal. Well, a couple days ago, I became an immortal, and along with me, numerous people that were even free to play. And I know they weren't the only ones. My name is Leroy, this is Leroy Gaming, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you the truth about Diablo Immortal and how to become an immortal. And while it is true that the easiest path to being immortal is still to be a whale and go pay to win, but with my tips and the information I'm going to share with you, you could be a baby whale or even, dare I say, a free-to-play player and become an immortal. So stick around and listen. And don't forget, if you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Now, without further ado, let's talk about why I was so wrong about becoming an immortal in Diablo Immortal. Okay, so I'm going to try and make this as succinct as possible while also being informative. So I want to point out this game on the kind of end game system, if you choose to participate in this specific section, is all about this dynamic of the shadow clans going against the immortal clans. And in order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So you have to basically overtake the immortals as a shadow clan. And I actually have a video on that you can check out that I did. It was kind of my reaction to my clan becoming the top of our server and becoming the top immortal leaders, and you can check that out. That should be popping up as a link. Now, here's what you need to do if you're a player, whether it's fully to play or not, in order to become an immortal. You could theoretically, if you knew somebody in Immortal Clan and they had some connections, they can quite literally invite you. And that is the easiest way to become an immortal. Yes, you could basically do absolutely nothing. And if you know the right person, you too could 100% become an immortal, whether you spent $100,000, $50,000, $500, or even $0. But that's realistically not going to be the way you're going to become an immortal. So what do you need to do instead? Well, first of all, you need to join a shadow clan. When you join a shadow clan, what you're going to want to do is make sure it's one that kind of meets your values, plays the same time you do, hopefully people that you get along with. That's important because if people don't like you, there's a better chance that they're probably going to kick you out of the clan. If you basically don't connect with them and you're not a blip on the radar. And then what you got to do is work. Now, what do I mean by that? What you need to do is make sure that you go within the shadow system. And unfortunately, I don't have the interface anymore as I am an immortal. However, you can check out my complete guide to the shadow clans that should be popping up in the link. And you want to participate in that. It's very, very easy. You want to go under your activities under the shadow clan and do those every day. What it's going to really entail is you're going to want to be wanting to raid the vault. You're going to want to participate with the Path of Blood as best as you can. There's going to be random daily activities. They'll tell you, oh, it may do something as simple as do a challenge rift of any level. Just complete one. Maybe participate in some battlegrounds. Notice it doesn't say win. You could lose and still be fine. But you want to be active. Now, why is this important? This is important because all shadow clans are battling to be in the top 10 shadow clans. And that is completely reliant on the activity of all the players, whale or no whale. And this is all about numbers and being active. Now, if we fast forward things real quick, and let's say you're active and your shadow clan becomes the top 10, it then has opportunities to participate in what are called the Shadow Wars. And here's the great things. Most people, I think, believe or have been led to believe you need to be a whale to be in a Shadow Wars. Not really. So the Shadow Wars are gonna basically create a scenario where you're gonna be going against other shadow clans in these kind of battles where it's one versus many. It's going to be your clan with up to 100 players split across 3 battles where you're facing off against kind of one immortal. In the main group, it's going to be the actual leader of the other shadow clan that you're basically go against. But the support battles, it's against AI. And you basically have to try and kill that group as fast as possible. Now, your shadow clan is probably going to need some whales or some really active players that have good gear in order to kind of win this. But a lot of what I have found is about participation. You could have maybe, let's say, a turnout of 50, 60, or 70 people to the event. And it's basically a 7-minute event. But as long as you show up, you could have a guild that maybe has a couple whales. But if they only show up with 15 people, you're just going to kind of zerg rush them and overpower them. And so this seems to happen a lot more than you'd think. So the guilds that actually do coordinate together do show up for these quite literal 7-minute events that happen 2 times a week on a Thursday and Saturday are the ones that tend to be successful. And while the main battle tends to be filled with the kind of most geared out and whaled players, the support battles that actually have a big impact because they can add 10, 20, 30, 40, or even 50% damage buffs to the main party group on your side, they make a big difference, and those tend to be filled with pretty much any body, warm body that you can. My clan was the top clan on our server, and we did not come close to 100 people. We had like 60 or so that would show up, which is a pretty good turnout, but that basically means if there were like some free-to-play players in our ranks and they showed up, they would have had a spot. And that's an important thing to remember. Now, this continues to the right of exiles, okay? And again, you can check out my videos about this that you're going to be able to find in the playlist of how this goes. I've documented it, I've shown it, but here, to make it very, very quick, what's important is you're going to get to the stage, if you're one of the top 10 shadow clans, where you're going to participate in kind of 2 phases. And phase 1 is going to be, you're going to have the top 10 players that you're going to be chosen for you, and it's going to be kind of like a player versus player battleground, where you are attacking the opposite side, which is like the immortal team. And so you do need 8 really good players for that. And that's fine. But remember, your shadow clan has up to 100 people. So you may not need to be one of those 8 players. If you're free to play, you won't be one of those players. But that's okay, because your shadow clan probably values you because you've done the day-to-day activities, you're active and you're participating, and the top whales will go into that. And then at that point, if things go well, then there's a final kind of battle royale where the top 10 clans bring their top 3 players, and it's 3v3, v3, v3, all the way to 10 clans. So that's 30 people, and it's last clan standing. Top number 1 clan that survives, they become the immortal leader. That's what my clan became, and they got to choose any other 2 clans. Now, traditionally, I think what's going to happen is kind of like the most powerful clans, the ones that are working the hardest, that seem to be the most likely to be good immortal clans, are going to be chosen. Now, again, as a free-to-play player, you're not going to partake in those 8v8s or 3v3, but it's okay. Most people won't. Most whales won't, because, again, there's 8 slots and 3 spots respectively for that. That means that can leave up to 92 players in your clan that don't have to be mega whales in order to be successful. And that is where your opportunity lies. Now, is it guaranteed? No. You still need to show that you're active. You need to, make friends, pick the right clan. And if you're not in the right clan and they're being inactive, try and get into a better clan. So it's by no means guaranteed. But as I mentioned, both in my clan as well as the 2 other top 2 clans that became the immortal just days ago, there are numerous people that have spent $60 or less. And I say $60 or less because that's how much you would pay for like a AAA title, right? And there are also some, more than you'd think, that were also free to play. Now, did they play a lot? Yeah, they played a lot. They put in their work. They were super active. They just didn't have the money to spend. But that's okay. Now, do I guarantee every clan on every server is going to be like that? No. Will there be super like min-max clans that will not allow any free-to-play players? Sure. But statistically, you have an opportunity to become an immortal. It's not a 0.0043% chance. You don't need all 5-star gems. You just need to love the game and play the game. And that is the message that I preach here. Is this game at the highest level pay to win if you want to be the top PvP, or if you want to be one of those top 8 or top 3 in your clan that gets, all the EP and accolades? Yes. But can you be an immortal, get the vast majority of the benefits, be part of a core team that works hard together and succeeds together? Well, a lot of other people don't want you to notice because they just want to slam this game 24/7 by saying you can't get anything done unless you play it for 6 years, and then maybe you'll get something as a free-to-play player. And I'm telling you, they are wrong. Don't listen to the trolls. Work hard, make some friends, join a good saddle clan, check out my guides for that, have a good time, and if you have a little bit of luck, you could become an immortal in Diablo Immortals. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please drop a like. Subscribe for more Diablo Immortal content. Let me know your thoughts and feedbacks. Did you have an experience similar to mine? Were you a free-to-play player? Or maybe you didn't spend $1,000, maybe you spent $60. Please sound off in the comments below. Let your voice be heard so that other people see that I'm not, full of it, and that there are people out there that are having a lot of fun and doing a lot of the top-end content without having to spend a fortune on it. Thank you for the support, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.